Good morning. We woke up this morning and started packing up our things, which is never the most fun, but we have gotten pretty good at it when you're kind of skipping around hotels. So we packed up and we're about to go down to breakfast, and we're going to be picked up by our same guide that we had the other day, and he's going to drive us down to Edinburgh now to finish the trip, and it's going to be a change of setting, a bigger city. So that'll be fun. We're excited to head down there and explore. So much to see and do, I know. So we're just finishing packing up, and it's bittersweet to leave Braemar. It's been really, really nice to be here and explore. So that's what we're up to. We're gonna go have a yummy breakfast. Okay, here's what I'm wearing today. I have on a little checked shirt with a collar. It is a full shirt. It's not just a fake collar. This is the sweater I wore earlier in the week. I hate how it shows the sleeve. Like, that's my pet peeve, but and I don't like the feeling of it either, but it's practical because you need layers, for whatever comes your way. So I can take off this sweater. I just have my short sleeve shirt underneath. So that's kind of one way to do it. And then I can take off the sweater if I want to. And I have my blue raincoat, which I love. So I can wear that as a layer with just this little checked blouse. So that's cute too. So we've got options. But that's what we're doing, and we will check in later. Okay, saying goodbye to our hotel, the Five Arms. What's interesting about this hotel is that we found out it was bought by a couple, I think from Switzerland, like 5 or 6 years ago. And it was in just a bad state, and they completely renovated it. And they kind of put in modern touches along with the traditional Scottish feel. So like you have kind of a patterned piano, bright colors, there's like a neon light fixture, modern art over there. So it's just interesting how they kind of mixed different things, but it has really brought a lot of tourism into the area again. So it's a popular place to stay and eat. They have 2 or 3 restaurants. So we've had a great time here, and we are now about to meet our driver. So this is a very special stop. This is Crathy Kirk, very close to Balmoral estate, where the Queen and the royal family still worship when they are at Balmoral. The Queen loved this church. And sadly, I don't think we can get into it to see inside, but it's just neat to get context for where it is and what it looks like. Okay, here we are at the gates of Balmoral. This is the gates to the estate. Of course, it's closed because the royal family is in residence, but this is the guardhouse. And the police were very friendly, letting us be here and take photos and but the castle or the estate is set way back, and you can't see any part of it. So, but it's just neat to be here and get context for where the family, escapes. And this is their private home. It's owned by the family and not by the government. So that was kind of a neat fact. So very beautiful and quiet, and very special to be here at Balmoral. This is the Great Hall that was reconstructed fairly recently, not too long ago. And Queen Elizabeth II reopened this in 1999 as part of the Stirling Castle exhibition. So after visiting the castle, we are now in the town of Stirling, and we're taking in the different streets and shops, and I can already tell I would love to come back and spend more time here on a future trip. It's kind of that perfect mid-sized town, it seems. There's a lot of things to browse and see, but not too big. So this is the building that inspired Hogwarts. J.K. Rowling had this architecture in mind when she was describing Hogwarts in her Harry Potter books. And we can't go in, it's private. But it is so neat to see. There's iron gates. But looking into the gates, this is what you see. And you can just imagine Harry and Ron and Hermione. This is a view of the old town. And I don't know if you can see, there's the castle right there. It's really beautiful to take it all in from up here and get our bearings. Okay, we made it to the Balmoral in Edinburgh, and this is not to be confused with the Balmoral estate, but it is the name of the hotel, and it's right in the heart of things, which is really exciting. Great view out the window. And we are very excited to explore the next couple of days. This is the last leg of our trip. So we're going to be in here about an hour and then head to dinner. We have a dinner reservation. And I'll share more about that in a minute. But there's wardrobe space in the room. It's a very good size. And yeah, it's just, the welcome was wonderful. The check-in was great. So it's going to be a great couple of days. Excited to be here. Okay, y'all, what a trip. What a day. We made it. I made it. I was sick earlier today with some motion sickness. The roads were really bad, really curvy, up and down. And our sweet driver was amazing. Took great care of me. He had even some medicine to give me. Kurt, of course, takes great care of me, but sometimes it just is what it is. And if you suffer from motion sickness, you understand. But today was rare because I was able to overcome it, which isn't always the case. Usually I have to go to bed and sleep it off for a long time. So that is a huge thing I'm thankful for, that I was able to turn the corner. After I took some medicine that he gave me, I was able to sleep really soundly in the car, and that helped me a lot, and I was able to enjoy. Once we got to Stirling Castle, I was much better and was able to enjoy that. So we're here at our hotel now in Edinburgh to finish out the trip, and we're going to see a lot of things, do a lot of things I'm excited about. So we have dinner in about an hour, and it's a very popular restaurant, Tom Kitchen restaurant. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but we're excited to be here. Okay, I'm dressed for dinner. This is what I'm wearing. It's a dress. It's kind of a thick knit dress, which is very comfortable. It's gonna be warm, which is good. It's a cold night tonight. It's a belt. And I just put sandals with it. This is nicer than I would normally dress, but we're going to Tom Kitchen's restaurant, which is called The Kitchen. And apparently it's one of the places to go. So I have a little bit of imposter syndrome. I'm like, have no idea if I'll feel like we fit in or not, but we're just gonna go and see what the food is all about. We've heard great things, so this is what I'm wearing. This is definitely the nicest dinner of the trip. So we're about to go. The front desk got us a taxi scheduled, so that's what we're about to go do, and it'll be yummy. Okay, I just have to say that this was such an incredible dining experience. The food was delicious, but the whole experience was just superb. Fresh bread, butter, everything was presented beautifully. You can see our server here opening up this shell, and scallops were inside. They were perfectly cooked. There was a puff pastry around it. It was just amazing. And just the way it was presented, I keep saying that, but the way everything was presented, the service and attention to detail, it's rare that you get a dining experience like that, and Kurt and I just enjoyed every minute. This was my entree and his, and we just thoroughly enjoyed ourselves at this dinner. And it is famous for a reason. It's very popular for a reason, and I cannot recommend it enough. And after dinner, we went back to our hotel where we found the J.K. Rowling suite. This is where J.K. Rowling finished writing the Harry Potter series. So very, very cool to see. Good morning. We had a good night's sleep, and we are dressed and about to go to breakfast here at the hotel. And we are meeting up with our walking tour guide in the lobby here in just a little bit. So we're going to walk around the city and learn more about it. The only other ticketed thing I have is Holyrood House or Holyrood Palace, and that's where the royal family stays when they're here. So that's on the Royal Mile, kind of the main drag. So I have a list of things to kind of hit as we can, so we'll see what we get done, but it's going to be a great day. Okay, here's what I'm wearing today. You've seen everything before except for the scarf. It's a different scarf, but it's my turtleneck and blazer scarf. I'm wearing my wide leg jeans again today because they're the most comfortable. And I don't know, I've just gravitated towards them every day, and that's what we're gonna do. And I have my white tennis shoes, of course. So that is the look for today. So we are with our guide on the Royal Mile. It's what used to be just the one main street in Edinburgh. And now there's more than Newtown, which still goes back to the 1760s, I believe she said. But this is just a lot of shops and restaurants. I'm making a list a mile long of places I want to see and places I want to go. There's our guide, Kurt. She's been great, just telling us about everything. So this is what we've been exploring. We started at the very bottom of the Royal Mile, and we're working our way up to Edinburgh Castle to end. But we have lots on our list to see and do. There's just not enough time, but we're going to give it our best shot. So we're here at the end of the Royal Mile, and you can see some costumed actors here. They've set it up like a market, and they've been filming the movie Frankenstein. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see. You can see them over there, and they're cleaning up the set now. But pretty neat. So this is said to be the street that inspired J.K. Rowling's Diagon Alley. Lots of shops, and you can kind of get context for what inspired her. There's a line to get into this magic shop. But it's neat to see what might have inspired her as she was writing.
Sorry. Are you?
We are about to go in and tour Holyrood Palace, which is the official residence of the royal family when they are here in Edinburgh. And this abbey is the oldest part. And then this tower was built. And then there was one made to match it on that side. So we're about to go in. We are walking through the gardens of Holyrood House or Holyrood Palace. And it is so tranquil and beautiful. Like, this might be one of my favorite things that we've seen or done. It's included with your ticket. But it is just gorgeous. Like, it almost has a mystical quality to it. It's just gorgeous. It's just nice to enjoy this beautiful space. We just finished touring the palace, which is one of my favorite palaces that I've seen. It was so beautiful. No photos were allowed, but it was just stunning. And then this, I think, opens up into a bigger space. Yeah. It's beautiful. I cannot get over the beauty of this. And it seems really simple, but it is just stunning. And then over to the other side, you have Arthur's Seat back there in the distance, where you can hike to the very top. There. But just the landscaping and how it's done, it's just beautiful. I would say this is a must-do if you're visiting. Just really beautiful. So we are exploring around Greyfriars Kirkyard or churchyard, and J.K. Rowling got some of her inspiration for names from this cemetery. And also, it's special because this is called Greyfriars Bobby, and it's about this little dog. And back in the 1800s, when his owner died, this little dog guarded the grave faithfully for 15 years until the dog died. And now there's a little statue to honor him. And the thing says, "Let his loyalty and devotion be a lesson to us all." 1872. So it's a really sweet little way to honor that dog. Okay, we are back from dinner. We had a delicious dinner at Howie's on Victoria Street, which is just a really pretty setting. And it was a bustling restaurant, lots of crowds and people and talking, and the food was really good. So we walked all the way back to our hotel. It wasn't too far. And now we're gonna go to bed and have some fun things planned for tomorrow. But we really had a great day. It was fun to be guided around. That's one of our favorite things to do. We feel like that's one of the best investments you can make, is having a professional guide you so that you're aware of what you're seeing and you're learning as you go. So we love doing that, and we also love just exploring on our own too, equally. So we did both of those today, and it was a lot of fun. We got kind of the lay of the land with the city, and so we're looking forward to tomorrow. And I hope we can cram in a lot of stuff because it's never enough time. So we're going to do our very best to make the most of our last day. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is our last full day in Edinburgh, in Scotland. I can't believe it. We are going to have a busy day just trying to fit in all the last minute things. We're going to go to breakfast first, and then we are going to go see the Royal Yacht Britannia. And that was Queen Elizabeth's residence on the seas, and she loved it. As I understand it, she spent time on the yacht as a young girl, and she always loved it. So it's docked here in Edinburgh. So we're going to go see that after breakfast. And then we have a very special lunch. We're meeting up with some special friends here in the city and cannot wait to see them. Very excited. And after that, it's just kind of hitting the ground running and trying to fit in last minute things on our last day. We have an early dinner because our flight or our pickup time is so early tomorrow. So last minute things, and I can't believe it's our last day, but we're gonna have a great day. Okay, here's what I'm wearing today for our last full day. I took the sweater, you can't see it very well, it's the green sweater that came with the skirt from Amazon, that set. I just kind of split the set and used the sweater. And then my trusty blazer from White House Black Market, which has been great. I'm wearing this scarf. I want to say it came from Etsy or eBay, but I'm wearing it longer today, and it has like all the colors that I've been wearing in it. I love it, the blues and the greens. And then my trusty jeans. These are cut from the cloth, and best money I've ever spent. They're the most comfortable jeans, stretchy but still have a cute shape. I've loved these jeans. And then vintage Havana white tennis shoes in the Bianca style. That's important to note, because I've tried other styles of vintage Havana, and the Bianca style is hands down the most comfortable for me. So anyway, that's the look for the last day, and we're excited to get going. Okay, let's talk about one of the most famous ships in the world, the Royal Yacht Britannia. It was such a joy to see this in person. I was so excited, and it was truly a highlight of the trip for me. Now, this was not just any boat. This was the Queen's personal yacht, basically a floating palace, which made it so fascinating, and it served the royal family for over 40 years. Britannia was launched back in 1953, right around the time that Queen Elizabeth II came to the throne. And the boat was not flashy or over the top, but it was very elegant and quiet, and it was designed to be a home away from home for the royal family. Now, over the years, Britannia sailed more than 1 million miles. That's a fun fact, and it's like going around the world 40 times. She was used for state visits, official tours, and even royal family vacations. You guys know I love this. Prince Charles and Princess Diana actually had their honeymoon aboard, and you see right here, this was Queen Elizabeth's bedroom. I could not get over it. I just stood there and stared. It was just beautiful to sit there and see her bedroom. And one of the things people find surprising is how personal this ship was to the Queen. She once said it was the one place that she could truly relax. There was no paparazzi, no press, just peace. This was Prince Philip's room that we're looking at here. And you can see that the decor was really simple. It was not what you would expect from royalty. This was the dining room here, and they would of course have state visits, and they would have important people on board, but generally it was, very simple decor, pastel colors, nothing flashy, just very calm and very British. Now, behind all the calm, Britannia was run like a tight ship by an amazing crew. There was over 200 crew members, and it was really neat that we got to see their dwellings and on board and where they worked. They were called Royal Yachtsmen, and they had a great relationship with the royal family. Everything was kept spotless, and uniforms were perfect, and they really made it what it was, just a great experience. And here you see the Queen's office, and that was truly, truly fascinating, just to stand there and know that she sat there and she worked in serving her country. Here was the main kind of living entertaining space that the family would use both, as a family and also to entertain when they had other people on board. And I loved this room. I just sat there the whole time and stared at it. After 44 years of service, Britannia was retired in 1997, and when she was decommissioned, the Queen shed a tear. It said a tear was rolling down her cheek, and that's the only time she showed emotion like that in public. So it's docked in Edinburgh. You can visit it and tour it. It was truly a highlight, and it's a piece of history that has a lot of stories to tell. I'm so thankful for the experience. It was just absolutely wonderful. I wanted to pop in here and share a very special part of our trip. After we toured the Britannia, we met up with our friends Mike and Aaron Thomas, who are currently missionaries in Edinburgh. We met Mike and Aaron when we lived in Mississippi. We were in a Sunday school class with them when we were young marrieds and just starting to have kids, and they are just precious people, and the Lord really radically changed their hearts and just convicted them that they needed to move overseas to the UK specifically to share the gospel. Here you see Dean Village. This is a beautiful section of Edinburgh where we spent time with Mike and Aaron walking and chatting, and they just kind of recapped their story for us, and it was a privilege to spend time with them. Such a meaningful time, really a highlight, and we're praying over them and their ministry. They are just so gospel focused with their lives, and it's an honor to know them and to support them in their ministry. So Mike and Aaron walked us to Charlotte Chapel. This is a really special church to my family. My grandfather, who was a pastor, his mentor, J. Sidlow Baxter, was the pastor of this church for many years here in Edinburgh. And he wrote many books, and just really special to see it here in person. It's a beautiful church. We are going on the John Knox house tour, and it's self-guided with our little guide, and it starts out here. And I looked down the original silver stairs. Oh no, it's a 4-course meal. So we're excited to learn about John Knox. So we're on the second stop of the tour, and this is neat. The inscription says, "Love God above all and your neighbor as yourself." The golden rule right there. Okay, this is the halfway point of the Royal Mile. We're up on this little staircase as part of the tour of the house. So this direction is St. Giles Cathedral and Edinburgh Castle. And then you go down this way, and that's Holyrood House or Holyrood Palace. So it's a cool view from up here. But now we're going to go finish the tour inside. Okay, you've seen this before. I'm wearing the same dress again because I love it and it's very comfortable. And I just added a scarf this time. Change it up. And it has the green in it, which I think is really pretty. So that's what I am wearing to dinner for our last dinner of our trip, which is crazy to say, but we are headed out right now to go eat a yummy dinner at the Witchery.